You know, it often feels like most of us, when we use something like ChatGPT, it's like we've been handed the keys to this incredible uh, futuristic spaceship,
Yeah,
but we only ever seem to use it to order pizza.
that's a great way to put it. We sense the power, right? This thing could go interstellar, but somehow we feel like we're stuck in first gear.
Exactly. There's that feeling you're missing something deeper, just scratching the surface.
Mm-hmm. And it's moving beyond just asking for answers, isn't it? It's more about like engineering thought itself.
That's the core idea. Welcome, everyone, to the Deep Dive. Today, we're really digging into how you can shift your use of ChatGPT from a simple answer machine to, well, a true extension of your own thinking.
We're pulling from Max Ann's Beyond the Answer Machine, and the goal today is pretty ambitious.
It is.
We want to give you a comprehensive playbook, really. We'll cover the basics, the best practices, then we'll get into project-based workflows, specific problem-solving prompts, critical thinking exercises.
And even how to teach the AI how to think.
Right. Which all comes down to prompt engineering. That's just the art of crafting really effective instructions for the AI. It's key.
Okay, so let's start with that foundation. The guide emphasizes 4 core practices that many people tend to overlook.
Yeah, these are fundamental if you want to get serious. First up, specify your output format. Don't just ask for stuff, command the structure you want.
Meaning?
Meaning, tell it you want a checklist or a table with specific columns like feature, benefit, use case. Maybe you need valid JSON data or a YouTube script outline. Be explicit. It needs that direction.
Ah, okay, so instead of just ideas, it's give me 5 ideas formatted as a list with summaries. Got it.
Exactly. Second is the job title trick. Even though these models are smart, giving the AI a specific persona or job title still incredibly useful.
Like telling it to be a specific kind of expert.
Precisely. Act as a financial advisor with 20 years experience, or you are an expert health coach for busy parents, or even something fun like you're a drunken pirate if you need entertaining copy. It frames the knowledge and the tone.
Okay, that makes sense. It immediately focuses the AI.
Mm.
And the third one, I think this might be the most critical. Be ruthlessly specific.
Oh, absolutely. It's the classic garbage in, garbage out principle, right? Vague prompts get vague answers. An amateur asks, give me video ideas.
Right.
A power user says, give me 5 video title ideas under 50 characters, focused on creating FOMO for productivity content, targeting short-form video platforms. See the difference? Context, constraints, detail, that's gold.
Okay, and the last one.
Master iteration loops in a single prompt. This is powerful. You make the AI improve its own work within one command.
How does that work?
Like ask it to draft a marketing email. Then, in the same prompt, tell it to critique the weaknesses of that draft, and then rewrite the email based on its own critique.
Wow, so it becomes its own editor.
Basically, yeah, a whole creative team in one prompt.
So what's the immediate shift someone can feel just by applying these basics?
Being explicit format, persona, detail makes the AI far more useful right away.
Okay, that's the foundation. Now let's level up. Moving from single prompts to more systematic workflows using ChatGPT's projects feature.
Yeah.
You mentioned this lets you create specialized AI assistants.
Exactly. Projects are like dedicated workspaces, and the magic ingredient is custom instructions. Think of these as the AI's permanent prime directive for that specific project.
So it remembers context within that project.
It provides persistent context.
Mm.
The AI learns your specific needs, your style, your goals for that task over time. It gets smarter about helping you specifically instead of starting fresh every time.
That sounds like a huge efficiency boost. Can you give some examples of these projects?
Sure, a really popular one is the personal journal assistant. Here, your custom instructions tell the AI its role. Listen, give feedback, maybe point out blind spots, offer support, or even tough love if you asked for it.
And you feed it personal context.
Critically, yes. Your name, maybe your job, your goals, recurring challenges. Then you can just brain dump your thoughts. And because the AI has all that background,
It gives you a more objective, informed perspective, like a super patient sounding board that actually knows you.
precisely. Another great one is the explain this for me research analyst. Essential if you need to grasp complex stuff quickly.
Like for research papers or dense articles.
Yeah. The custom instructions make it an expert at breaking things down with analogies. And you specify a very structured output format.
What kind of format?
Things like a simple explanation, like for a 5-year-old,
Yeah.
a high-level summary, key takeaways, a good analogy, what's new about this, future implications, a quick soundbite, and crucially, why should someone care?
So You could feed it a super technical paper, say, on a new AI game engine.
And bam, you get an instantly digestible, structured breakdown. No wading through jargon for hours.
How do these custom assistants really make everyday tasks easier?
They just remove so much mental load and decision fatigue because they already know your context.
Right. Okay, we've got our AI assistant set up. Now let's talk specific copy-pastable prompts for real-world problems, the life-changing stuff.
Absolutely. Let's start with something practical. The Wellness Optimizer. The prompt is super direct. List 3 simple but powerful wellness habits for sleep, digestion, and mental clarity. Break them down: morning, midday, evening. Each habit must take less than 5 minutes for a very busy schedule.
So it cuts through the noise and gives you actionable, quick wins that fit a real life. No more vague advice.
Exactly. Now, what about learning? So many people get stuck with, where do I even start? Or they read something and it just goes in one ear, out the other.
Yeah, the retention problem.
AI is a game changer here. For the where do I start paralysis, use the 30-day master plan. You basically ask the AI to be a world-class curriculum designer for whatever hobby you want to learn.
How specific do you get?
Very. Create a detailed 30-day learning plan for hobby, say drone photography, taking a beginner to intermediate. Assume 45 minutes practice daily. Include theory, practical exercises, weekly goals, gear recommendations, and a final capstone project.
Wow, that's like getting a personalized course outline.
It really is. Someone used this for drone photography, and the AI laid out week 1, hovering landing, week 2, edit a 30-sec clip, week 3, shoot a 60-sec sequence straight from camera, week 4, plan and edit a 2-3 minute mini film. It just removes all the guesswork.
Okay, brilliant. And for the retention issue, the in one ear, out the other problem.
That's where active recall comes in, using the learning reinforcement quiz. Simple prompt: act as my study partner. I just studied topic. Ask me 10 challenging questions. Don't give answers until I try all 10. Then provide a detailed answer P.
So it forces you to retrieve the information, not just passively reread it.
Exactly. It makes learning stick. And if you want to go deeper, there's the Socratic tutor.
How does that work?
This is more advanced. You tell the AI, you're a tutor using the Socratic method. I want to understand complex concept. Don't tell me the answer. Ask me probing questions to guide my thinking so I figure it out.
So it leads you to the understanding instead of just giving it to you.
Mm-hmm. It's a fantastic way to build real intuition. I still wrestle with prompt drift myself sometimes, getting the wording just right. But this Socratic approach, it really pushes past surface-level understanding for me.
So how do these prompts truly accelerate personal growth?
They remove friction and turn passive learning into active, tailored practice. Much more effective.
Okay, this next part. This feels like where things get really profound. Using AI not just for answers, but to ask better questions. Becoming a sparring partner for your own thoughts. A personal red team, as the guide calls it.
Yeah, this is shifting gears. You stop seeing it as just an info source and start using it as an intellectual challenger. First up, the assumption destroyer.
What does that do?
Every belief, every plan we have rests on hidden assumptions. This prompt digs them out. You say, I believe your belief. Act as a master logician. What are the hidden assumptions I'm making? Then give me the strongest steelman argument against my belief.
So if I said, I believe remote work is always more productive, it would first point out assumptions like everyone has a good home office setup or all tasks suit remote work.
Exactly. And then it would present the strongest case for why office work might be better in some scenarios. Not to prove you wrong, but to make your own thinking more robust.
Makes sense. What's next?
The devil's advocate, or a pre-mortem. This is vital for de-risking anything new. You lay out your plan. I'm planning to detailed plan. You're my trusted advisor, but play devil's advocate. Give me the most compelling, data-driven arguments against doing this.
Oof. Sounds like it could be a dose of harsh reality.
It often is. Like someone planning an indie game launch on Steam used this. The AI came back with brutal stats. 19,000 new games last year, median lifetime earnings under $500, massive marketing challenges. It forces you to confront the downsides up front.
Necessary, though. Okay, what else?
The consequence mapper. This explores the ripple effects of decisions' second and third order consequences.
How does that work?
You say, I'm thinking about making a decision, like quitting my job to start a business. Map out the likely second order consequences of consequences and third order consequences, both positive and negative.
So for quitting the job, second order might be income stress, third order could be kids seeing entrepreneurial resilience, or maybe relationship strain.
Precisely. It helps you think through the longer-term, less obvious impacts. Then there's the personal blind spot finder. This one's intense.
How so?
It uses the AI's memory within a specific project, you ask. Based on all our previous conversations in this project, act as an executive coach. Identify my top 5 recurring blind spots or cognitive biases.
Ooh, that requires some bravery.
It really does. This is not for the faint of heart. You need to be ready for potentially blunt feedback. It's powerful for self-improvement, but yeah, needs emotional readiness.
And there's one more advanced one here. The outside view forecaster.
Yeah, this tackles our natural optimistic bias, drawing on Daniel Kahneman's work. You state your plan. I'm planning to launch a new podcast, maybe. Contrast the inside view, my hopes and specific plans, with the outside view. Find real-world data, statistics, base rates for similar projects. What is the statistically most likely outcome?
So it grounds your personal optimism in historical data for similar ventures. Often less rosy, I imagine.
Often, yes, but incredibly valuable for realistic planning.
So how do these critical thinking prompts fundamentally change our approach?
They force us to think critically and consider perspectives way beyond our own assumptions.
Okay, now shifting slightly. Let's talk about using ChatGPT as a kind of cognitive toolkit for managing everyday negative thoughts. Structuring self-reflection.
Right. And this needs a huge flashing disclaimer right up front.
Absolutely.
This is not therapy. It is not medical advice. It is never a substitute for professional mental health support. This is purely a framework for structured self-reflection on non-clinical everyday stress, using principles from cognitive behavioral therapy or CBT.
Understood. For personal insight only. So how does the CBT workflow prompt work? It guides you through challenging, unhelpful thoughts.
Exactly. It turns the AI into a compassionate, objective journaling guide. It walks you through the process step by step, asking questions one at a time.
What kind of questions?
First, what was the situation? What emotions did you feel? And rate their intensity. What were your automatic thoughts? Then it helps you identify common cognitive distortions in those thoughts, things like all or nothing thinking, catastrophizing, mind reading.
Okay.
After identifying distortions, it guides you to create a more balanced, realistic reframe of the thought. Then, crucially, it asks you to propose one tangible action step you can take. And it finishes with a simple, positive one-sentence affirmation.
You can give an example.
Sure, say a YouTuber sees their views dip. Situation, low views on new videos. Emotions, anxiety 710, self-doubt 810. Automatic thoughts, my new videos are failing, I'm losing my touch, everyone's bored. AI helps identify distortions. All or nothing, failing, mind reading, everyone's bored. User then creates a reframe. Growth isn't always linear. Some videos underperform. I'm still creating valuable content. AI suggests an action. Analyze my top 5 performing videos for common elements and offers an affirmation. I grow through every experiment, one video at a time.
So beyond the practical steps, how does this method impact well-being?
It helps break negative thought loops and leads to actionable clarity, which can be really empowering.
Makes sense. Okay, before we move to the advanced stuff, let's take a quick moment for our sponsor, mid-roll sponsor Read. And we're back on the deep dive. We've covered a lot of ground, from foundations to specialized assistance and critical thinking. Now let's talk cheat codes, quick shortcuts.
Yeah, these are super handy for quick results. First one, ELI 5. Explain like a 5.
Simple enough.
Just type your complex topic followed by ELI 5, like quantum computing ELI 5. It dumbs it right down to the core concepts. Great starting point.
Nice. And the opposite.
TLDR, too long, didn't read. Paste in a long article, email, whatever, add TLDR, and you get a quick, concise summary. Huge time saver.
Okay. What about jargonize? Humanize.
These are cool. Humanize takes technical text and makes it plain English. Jargonize does the reverse, takes simple notes and makes them sound more professional or technical. You can even chain them. Humanize a dense report to understand it, then jargonize your simple summary into a formal brief.
Clever. And the last one, the Feynman technique.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Named after the physicist Richard Feynman. You ask the AI, explain complex topic to me using the Feynman technique. It forces the AI to explain it simply, using analogies as if it were teaching it. It really helps you identify gaps in your own understanding.
So how do these simple tags make interacting with AI more efficient?
They instantly reformat responses, saving you time and significant mental effort. Quick wins.
Got it. Okay, now for the really advanced stuff. We're talking strategies that don't just ask for output, but actually teach the AI how to think about a problem, manipulating its cognitive process.
This is where it gets really exciting. These aren't just clever prompts, they're like cognitive algorithms based on AI research. First, tree of thought 2T exploration. Think of it as the multiverse approach.
Okay.
You force the AI to explore multiple distinct solution paths before picking one. The prompt structure is key. Solve complex problem. Explore 3 distinct and creative solution branches. For each branch, outline your chain of thought. Critically evaluate each branch on a 0-10 scale for correctness, efficiency, and creativity. Finally, select the highest scoring branch and justify your choice.
So for a big problem like job loss due to AI,
Yeah.
it wouldn't just give one answer.
Right. It might explore, say, a rapid reskilling path, an AI dividend path, and maybe an augmentation-first work design path, scoring each one based on the criteria you set. It's amazing for complex strategy where there's no single obvious answer.
That's powerful. What's next?
Self-consistency voting. This boosts accuracy, especially for factual or problem-solving tasks. You ask the AI to solve the same problem multiple times, using slightly different reasoning paths each time.
How does that work?
The prompt would be like, solve task. Generate 5 independent reasoning paths to get the answer. Return the final answer from each path. Then hold a vote and choose the majority answer. Provide a definitive explanation based on the consensus. It leverages the wisdom of the crowd within the AI itself.
Interesting. Then there's the reflection self-critique loop. You called it the Gordon Ramsay prompt earlier.
Huh. Yes. Because it's tough on its own work. You turn the AI's critical eye on its own output. Prompt. First, answer question task. Then, enter critique mode. Identify all flaws, errors, or gaps in your own draft. Finally, produce an improved final answer that fixes all the issues you identified.
And it actually finds flaws in its own first attempt.
Oh, yeah, often quite harshly. Then it produces a significantly better V2. It's like built-in quality control for creative or analytical tasks.
Incredible. What about the personal consultant prompt, the automation audit?
This one's super practical. The AI acts like an external consultant looking for automation opportunities in your life or work.
How do you set that up?
Act as a senior automation consultant. Ask me up to 10 diagnostic questions to understand my role daily routines and uncover repetitive tasks in my job life. Based on my answers, rank the top 5 automation opportunities. Suggest specific tools or a tech stack for each. Provide a high-level, step-by-step implementation plan.
So it interviews you, then gives you an action plan.
Exactly. Someone used this who is a content creator. The AI identified bottlenecks like chaotic video ideation, manual sponsor tracking, etc., and suggested tools like Monday.com, RSS feeds, and automation platforms like N8N.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Okay, last one. The World Engine. This sounds different.
It is. This showcases the AI's ability to maintain a persistent state for interactive storytelling or simulations. The prompt structure is key. You are a world engine. Genre, G, solarpunk mystery. Maintain a dynamic world state based on my choices. Narrate the current scene vividly. Always offer me 3 clear, distinct branching choices for my next action. Weave the consequences of my choices logically into the evolving narrative.
Whoa. Imagine the possibilities with this World Engine. It's like building your own interactive narrative playground where your choices genuinely shape the story, potentially endlessly. It feels like we're just scratching the absolute surface of what these models can really do creatively.
It really does feel like that. It's a glimpse into truly interactive, persistent AI experiences.
So how do these advanced methods truly elevate the AI beyond just answering questions?
They transform it into a strategic thinking partner, not just a content generator or answer bot.
Okay, let's bring this all together. As we wrap up this deep dive, the central message seems crystal clear. ChatGPT isn't just an answer machine anymore. It's really a thinking machine.
That's the absolute bottom line and the real power. It's all in the setup. Generic chats give generic results, but using projects with tailored custom instructions, that turns this general tool into a whole team of specialized assistants built just for you.
And the goal shifts, right? It's not just about getting better answers from the AI.
Exactly. It's about you developing better thinking habits. The act of structuring a problem clearly enough for the AI forces you to clarify your own thoughts. Prompt engineering is critical thinking practice.
And iteration is key. Those advanced techniques like self-critique or tree of thought, they force the AI to refine, improve, and explore options. Quality comes from that process.
And don't forget memory. Within a project, the AI remembers your context, your goals, your style. It gets smarter about you over time. That persistent context is maybe its most valuable asset for personalized help.
Right. This deep dive isn't just theory, though. We really want you, the listener, to put this into practice. So we've got an immediate action plan, a challenge for you this week.
Yeah, let's make this real. 4 things to try. 1, set up your first project. Pick one recurring task: journaling, health tracking, summarizing news, whatever, and build a dedicated project with detailed custom instructions. Really define that AI assistance role.
Okay, number 1, build a project.
2, be brave. Try the personal blind spot finder prompt within that project or another one. Ask the AI to identify your recurring biases based on your chats. It might be uncomfortable, but potentially transformative.
Number 2, find blind spots. Gulp.
3, experiment with one advanced technique. Just pick one people, maybe the self-critique loop on something you write, or the devil's advocate for a plan you have. See how it changes your process.
Number 3, try one advanced prompt.
And 4, run the automation workflow finder prompt. Seriously, audit your daily routines. Ask the AI consultant to help you find things you could automate. You might be surprised.
Okay, 4 steps. Project, blind spots, advanced prompt, automation, audit. That's the challenge. And maybe a final thought to leave people with.
Stop treating ChatGPT like a fancy search engine. Start treating it like this incredibly patient, knowledgeable, and yes, powerful thinking partner. It's like a second brain that can challenge you, simulate possibilities, help you structure your thoughts. Because honestly, the people who master thinking with AI, not just asking AI for things, they aren't just going to be more productive. They're actually going to be smarter. OTRO music.